All right, hello everybody. This will be one of the few videos that we need to do that we have left that we haven't done yet. And this is going to be regarding when we have the basketball underneath our own hoop and we are trying to inbound it. A lot of times, some of you may have heard of the stack play like this, or some people call it line. It's line and break play, where player 2 is going to clap the ball, and of course we're trying to score on this hoop right here. So that's why we have to play down low here. So she'd slap the ball, and it'd be something like this. 1 would come up to here, 3 would cross to here, 4 would pop to here, and 5 would be the safety, something like that, right? So that's the stack play. You can do that, but what I would far rather in the game, what you'll be hearing me yell is I'll be yelling on this one. I'll be yelling box screen up or box up, either way. And what's going to happen is simply 5 and 4 are going to come up, set picks. 1 and 3 are going to come down. And if that doesn't work, then 5 is going to come set a screen for 4. 4 is going to cut down here, and 5 is going to come out for the safety over here. Okay, so again, and it doesn't matter who's where. I don't care if the 1's up here, and let's say the 1's down here and the 3's here. All that matters is that we're doing a box formation, and you can see the box right here, right? This is the square, right? So box formation, and we're screening up in that we're going this direction, and we set a screen, right? So Emma comes up, sets that screen, 4 goes around, right? Same thing on this side. Aubrey comes up, sets a screen right here, and 5 comes down around it, right? And the idea is the ball's open to one of these cutters, right? And then if that doesn't work, like I said, then Emma's going to come around here, set a screen here, and then Aubrey is going to roll around, right? So Emma's going to set a screen here, Aubrey will roll down here for yet another pass. And as that happens, then Emma would be the safety and Aisha would step out, right? And then the ball's able to be passed here, here, or here, right? So again, that's box with a screen up. Box with a screen up. And I'll do that with other players just real quick, just so everybody sees that. All right, so in this case, let's say the ball was tipped out of bounds by the other team, so we get it, so we quickly pass it to Natalie. Avery is here, let's say, and Ava up here, Maya here. Maddie, you need to run over to the low post then right there. And then Natalie's going to call box screen up, box screen up. All right, and then what you guys are going to do is run up here, set a screen, and 1 and 3 are going to come down, okay? Super simple. The first look is here and here, right? And then if that doesn't work, 4 is going to come set a screen. 1 you're going to run out here. 5 is going to cut down in here, and that should be a pass right there. Okay, and if that doesn't work, you just reset and do the play over again. Same thing. Everybody reset, box screen up. But it better work because you only have 5 seconds to inbound it. Okay, so ladies, very, very important. If this play breaks down and it's pathetic, then do something like this. Run backwards and then run forwards as hard as you can so we can get that ball inbounds. We've got to do that. Now, I never want you running into this corner. It's called a coffin corner because it's really easy to trap you right here. It's really easy to shut you down, so you don't want that. Okay, so that is inbounding on our own goal. Now let's talk about inbounding on the sideline, okay? Let's say we're inbounding right here, and we're trying to go to this basket right here, okay? So this is going to be a wheel. This is really simple. It's a wheel, and you can do this a lot of different ways, so it's not rocket science, right? So what would happen here is, let me get some defenders out just so that we see. Okay. So let's say we have 1 here, we have 3 here, we've got 2 here, we have 4 and 5, okay? So what I would want to see is I want the 4 and the 5 setting screens for the 3 and the 1. So what I would say here is the 1 needs to run around, right? And then the one's going to be behind. One's running around. 5 sets a screen so that one can get available here, and 5 is stuck here, so one can hopefully get available right here. So 5 sets a screen for 1. And then as well, depending on what side the 3's defender is, if it's right here, then you'd step 4, you'll just step right up. That'd be Maddie in this case. And then Ava, you could just go right around that and you come down for that ball right here. So you can pass it here, Natalie, or here to Avery, right? And so that it just looks like a sort of like a wheel. I'll just sort of draw that out for you. Either that or you can call it twist. Same thing, 1, 3, 4, 5. So basically what it looks like is, the 1 comes up, 1 comes up here, 5 comes up here, and the 3 comes down here, and the 4 comes around here. And so it's sort of like everybody's turning in every which way. And so that's why it's called a wheel. So again, what you're going to want to do is 1, you're going to run down to the bottom, hit the wing, and 5, you need to step up to set that screen for her. Okay, and then 3, I'm going to ask you to run around the other way, but straight to the hoop right here, to the sideline. And 4, you're going to set that screen for her right there. Okay, and then once you're done, 4 and 5, you have both set screens. So 5, what I would like you to do after you set your screen is just to flash out to be your safety. And 4, what I'd like you to do is cut straight to the basket as fast as you can. That way, if everything falls apart, we can lob to the safety, or if we have a good clean overhead pass, we can throw it straight to Maddie on the post. All right, so that is your inbounding from the sideline and your inbounding from the baseline. Now, we've already talked about inbounding for normal play. It's going to be, I don't think we've already talked about it. So for a normal play, if we're trying to get the ball to this basket, we would inbound here, and we would pass the ball in here. Let me do this. So we pass the ball in to our 1, and in general, our 4 and our 5 should be getting back as fast as possible, and we're going to get set up for the figure 8 play that we're going to run. But I want the 3 to be the relief over here. Okay, so we're going to get set up as if it's a weave. So we're going to a 3-man weave. So Natalie's going to pass into Avery, and then I'm going to have Natalie hit the baseline right here. Ava should be coming across, and Avery can pass to Ava. Now, Avery, I would want you to hit that sideline as hard as you can as Ava comes across with that ball. Natalie, you're to cross right here, hand it off right here. And what we're going to look for is hopefully these players up here are a little bit confused about what to do, right? They see it coming across. So, Natalie, you've got the ball here, and somebody's going to try to pick somebody up, right? We're going to step up, but then Avery's coming across here, so hopefully 2 is behind. And so we bounce past to Avery right about right here as the 1 comes up to the 2. So right before 1 gets to you, Natalie, you'd be passing to Avery. And by that time, of course, let's see here. Let's see if I remember what we were doing. Yep, Avery's coming across, so then Ava should be here on the sideline, I believe. And then, yes, and then coming across right here. And as she does, 1's coming up to 2. 2's trying to chase down Avery, but Avery has already got the ball to Ava. So 3's going to be stepping up, but Ava's already heading this direction. And 3's coming up. But Avery, you're going to hit that sideline so hard and so fast, and Natalie, you're swinging as well out to that your opponent is behind you, trailing. Okay, and so you hit the sideline, and as Ava runs across like this, Natalie's sliding right back in. We give it to Natalie. Okay, and either Natalie, you can pass it in here, or as Avery comes back around and 3's close to here, Avery comes back around, you pass that ball to Avery, and then Natalie, you can swing over here. Ava will be here, and then we are set up for our play. Okay, and so right here, as Natalie, you came across from here to here, and so Ava, you can naturally just slide in for your figure 8 right here as the 5 pops up. Right, and so we should get it to the point where it's pretty confused there in the middle, but we're only going to do that if we actually practice that 3-man weave up and down the court as we inbound. So those are the inbounding for all of those different plays, for all the different inbounding that we will encounter. If we are inbounding from the sideline, then what we're going to want to do is inbound into the back court. Okay, if we're inbounding from the sideline, we can always inbound to the back court, and that gives us a little bit of time for us to actually get set up in position so that we can then run our figure 8 setup, if that makes sense. Okay, I think that's it. I think I did that wrong. But anyway, so you guys understand, you get the picture there. We're going to get set up if we're inbounding from the sideline. We inbound backwards right here. As long as we're not here, we can't pass backwards from here to here. That's a penalty, a foul right there. And so what we can do, though, is if we're out of bounds, we can pass it backwards to this court, and then Avery has about 10 seconds to bounce the ball around here, looking for a good spot to get in if a defender's on her, and you can get set up in your positions, and then Avery can drive that ball forward, and as you're crossing or maybe as you hit that low post, Avery can bounce past the ball into your hands and you can score. Okay, so that is inbound.